The disciples were getting concerned. The wind started violently blowing, but he was asleep in the stern. Does he not care that we perish? We're helpless and we're so afraid. But Jesus arose when they called him and said to them, "Where's your faith? Because you've prayed all night. Because you've held on with all of your might. Child, your cries have awoken the Master. Oh, he knows your voice. Lift your hands, it's time to rejoice. Child, your cries have awoken the Master. It hit you without any warning, and the storm of your life had begun.
Don't have to worry today. You go by
Seeing
tomorrow.
no hope in the distance, you're frightened and nowhere to run, and by now your vessel is feeling, and you're thinking that you'll surely drown.
Always been there.
Cry out for help from the Savior, and you know that you can't give up now, because you've prayed all night. Because you've held on with all of your might. Child, your cries have awoken the Master. Oh, he knows your voice.
Yeah, I'm glad he knows my voice. Yeah, the sheep know his voice, don't they?
Stranger than my fault.
That's right.
Don't know.
That's right.
The Master.
Thankful for that.
Thank you, Lord.
Sometimes I just feel like shouting. I don't need to get up here. I can sit down and just lift my hands up.
Yeah.
Just
Just
say thank
rejoice.
you. Thank
Just
you, Lord.
rejoice in the Lord. Sometimes that's sermon.
Because I
It's a world
know
to see.
where I've been.
Yep.
I know the things that I've done.
Oh, Lord.
I know what I deserve.
Amen. Right.
I'm so thankful this morning. These brothers have hit on it and even hit on it last night. That we serve a God of mercy.
Yes.
Aren't you thankful that we serve a God that's full of mercy? You know, we get in trouble when we get away from Jesus.
Yes, we do.
When we stray away,
Dear Lord.
Yep.
that's when we find ourselves weak and
That's right. Beautiful.
you know, I talk about him all the time. I love to read Peter. Brandon, you were preaching on him last night when they were on the ship. And how brave he was when he seen Jesus walking out on the water.
Oh, yeah.
On the troubled water, wasn't it?
How brave he was when he was watching him come and said, "Lord, bid me come to you."
Yep.
He stepped out. And as long as he had his eyes on Jesus,
That's right.
he was,
That's right.
he was all right.
He was strong then.
But you know what happened when he took his eyes off? He began to sink. And you know, I love to read Peter because I see myself all over that, Brother Shad. You know what? The last time that Peter saw Jesus while he was on this earth, Jesus had already been crucified.
Oh, yeah.
but he come back to him when Peter was out on that little boat and he was fishing. Went back to doing the only thing that he knew to do. Listen, and you know what? They weren't doing any good there. Him and his brother, they were struggling. They fished all night long. Didn't catch anything. Listen, and you know what? Jesus appeared to them on shore there, but their eyes were hid from him. Listen, you know what? When they come close, Jesus called to them and said, children, have ye any meat? They didn't have any meat. Listen, I didn't have any sustenance because Jesus was gone. But when Jesus told him the same thing that he told Peter when he first met him, cast your net one more time, and they couldn't even bring it up because it was so full of fish. And their eyes were open to him there, and they knew it was Jesus. What did Peter do? He didn't wait for that ship to get to shore. He dove over the edge just to be with them one more time. People, why do we, when troubles come, when sorrows come, why are we so quick to say, God, where are you? Why have you forsaken me? I'm not talking about anyone here. I'm talking about Jeremy. Listen, because I know how weak I am, Chad. I know how I struggle when troubles come. Listen, and you know what? It's just like there was a man, a soldier named Jairus. Listen, and he had heard about this man Jesus and the things that he was doing. Listen, and he come to where Jesus was, and the people were thronging him there. Listen, Jairus went to Jesus and said, I've got a daughter, listen, that's laying on her deathbed. Lord, come and heal her. Come to my home, Lord God. And Jesus looked at him and said, we'll lead on. Where is your faith this morning? Listen, you know what? When no doubt Jairus was fighting through that crowd. Listen, the servants had told him, she's not long for this world. You better hurry. But the Bible doesn't say how long Jairus waited before he decided to go and get Jesus. No doubt he had the doctors and the physicians and the healers come and couldn't do nothing. And when, listen, all this world had failed, then he turned and said, I'm going to go see about this man that I've heard. Listen, and you know what? As Jairus was leading Jesus and the disciples through that crowd of people, they got stopped. Listen, you hit on it, Brandon. Was a woman come through that crowd, had sickness, issue of blood. Listen, and she fought her way through that crowd. Listen, and as Jesus walked by, she just reached down and touched his robe, and instantly that infirmity left her. And you know what? Jesus stopped right there, right in the midst of them, and looked at him and said, someone has touched me. I wasn't talking about touching him here. I was talking about touching him here. Listen, and they looked at Jesus. And those disciples, they looked at him and said, Lord, the people throng you. Everybody is touching you. What are you talking about? I love what Jesus said. No, this was different. For I perceive virtue gone from me. You know what? The Bible also doesn't say what Jairus was thinking when this was going on. He was trying so hard to fight for his daughter's life there. And here come this woman and interrupted him. Listen, no doubt he was thinking, Master, I don't have time for this. We need to go because she's dying. Listen. And you know what? When Jesus finally kept following him there, and they fought through that crowd, Jairus led him a little ways, and he looked up and he seen his servant coming. And he knew. He knew right then that it was too late. And you know what? When the servant come and spoke, said, Master, trouble him not. It's too late. Thy daughter is gone. No doubt the first thing that Jairus thought of, if we wouldn't have been stopped by that woman, my daughter'd still be alive right now. No doubt that's what's going through his head. You know what? He doesn't know what happened with my youngest daughter, Olivia. Listen, when she was born, we lost her. And my wife, for about 20 minutes there in the delivery room, she had a stroke. Listen, and she didn't leave the hospital for several weeks. Listen, you know what? The first thing I thought of when I heard that heart monitor stop, listen, was there, Lord, if I'd have prayed harder, God, if I would have just called on you a little harder, my daughter and my wife would still be here. Listen, just like Jesus with Jairus. Jesus looked at him and said, have faith only and lead on. Listen, and they went and gone to that little dwelling there. Listen, and Jesus went to him and said, lead me to your daughter. And they looked at him and said, she's gone. Listen, and Jesus said, no, she's only sleeping. Believe only. Only believe. And they mocked him.
Yes, they did.
And you know what? Jesus didn't do anything by chance.
Nope.
Or by circumstance. Everything he did was planned to show us the way.
Didn't waste any minute.
And you know, when they mocked him and laughed at him, Jesus put him out.
Put him out.
Put him out of the room.
Sure did. You know.
And he went in,
Witness.
and there she was, laying down. And all he did was look at her and said, arise, maiden.
Yeah.
And it says she opened her eyes. And she sneezed. And the first things out of her mouth was that she was hungry. Listen, don't you understand that the last thing that my Lord was worried about when he was hanging with that thief and he looked at him and said, I thirst. Listen, this is a man that went 40 days without food and water. Listen, what do you think he was thirsty for? He knew that there was one there. Listen, that didn't know him, that needed him. Listen, and you know what? Just like Jesus did with Jairus, listen, in that little hospital room, you know what? I just got down on my knees. There were nurses and doctors running everywhere. Listen, people screaming, and I saw them. Listen, I began to watch my life turn to ashes, crumble right in front of me. And you know what? My entire life, brethren, I've always thought, well, there's going to come a time where I'm going to get what I deserve for the things I've done. Listen, and that's what I thought of when I was in that room. Now it all makes sense. This is my reward. This is my just reward.
Thank God he didn't think like this.
But you know what? There was a little something calling me in that little room. When the doctors were doing all they could do for 22 minutes. We're doing all they could do with nothing. Nothing was waking them up. There was something calling unto my heart, saying, child, look where I've brought you from. Listen, haven't I held you in the palm of my hand since that day in your mother's basement when you give your life to me, I've been with you. Listen, so all I knew to do was to get down in that little corner and make a cry to the Lord. And my Father, He heard my cry. He heard me. And I didn't so much as get done praying that I heard that little heart monitor begin to beat. I heard that little life breathe back into them. People, don't you understand that my God is mercy? My God is love. Listen, you know what? I realized that even though I deserved death, He gave me life. And I'm so thankful that my God is still in the business of healing.
Amen.
Today, if we could open our eyes and just see it, you need to understand that I've done nothing good in my life that hasn't been of the Lord.
Amen.
The only good thing about me is the Lord.
Amen.
And you know, just a little while back was the 10-year anniversary of the Columbine shooting. No one knows what happened there. And I was reading an article that one of the survivors had wrote. His name was Dennis Scott. And his sister Rachel Scott was one that was killed. She was one of the 13 that were killed. And it was his first time coming out and telling his side of the story and what happened. And you know, it was hard to read that little story there. Where two men come to that school and started shooting people. Listen, you wonder why the world thinks the way it does about God's people. Listen, why would your God let something like that happen? Listen, just like when the hurricanes come and the earthquakes, where's God? If He let something like that come and happen, they don't understand that He's right there in the storm. For His children. Listen, you know what? Rachel Scott was sitting outside one of the little classrooms and those two shooters come. Listen, and she was writing in her little prayer book that she had, a little journal. Listen, and it said they started started shooting from far off, and she was hit 3 times, but it didn't kill her. Listen to me. It says as she was laying there bleeding, they come and stood over her and said, "Do you still believe in God? Where is He?" Listen. And she looked at him and said, "Yeah, I still believe in God. Listen."
Yeah.
And they looked at her and said, "Then go and join Him." And they shot her in the head. Listen. But you know, a little bit later, her brother, Dennis, was going through her journals and the things that she was writing right at the time of her death. And it said he was going through her backpack and he got out one of her little journals there. And it says that it was a picture of a rose. Listen, and there were 13 little raindrops on it. There was 13 people slain at Columbine. And it said right through the center of that little journal was a hole where one of the bullets had pierced. Listen, and the first thing I thought of was, listen, when Jesus stood before Thomas and said, "Thomas, here I am. Behold me. I see the holes in my hands. I take them, touch me, and see that I am flesh and bone. See that I'm not a spirit. Behold me." That's the first thing that I thought of. You can sing whatever you want. But you know, when my Lord went up Calvary's Hill, He did it willingly. They didn't force Him. They couldn't make Him do it. When He laid His arms out, His hands down on that cross, He did it willingly. He let Him drive those nails through His hand. He let Him do it, listen, because He was looking way ahead at a lost runaway boy just north of Detroit, Michigan. Listen, who had watched my siblings come and join the church. Even my baby sister come and join. Listen, but I knew how far I was away from that. Listen, and I did the only thing I knew to do. I ran away, and I indulged myself in all manner of evil and wicked things. But I remembered the foundation of Mom and Dad, of Memo and Papa. I remembered the preaching and the word spoke. I remember that there was a way that was better than anything this world could offer. I didn't even know how to pray back then. The only thing I knew to do was to cry unto Him and say, "Lord, I don't want to feel like this anymore. Take this void, take this emptiness and fill it. You take my life right now, if that's what it takes." When I did that, I got up a new creature, and I've never looked back. Church doors are open. And we publish the opening of the church doors. If anybody wants to come and make this little church your home, we gladly have you. Jesus opened the church doors, and they'll stay open until He decides to close them.